Hello, Eve. Oh, good. I was getting worried. I said, but I see Eve and I'm not. Okay, Eve, please unmute yourself and then start your job as a surgeon at arm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking kind of muted. So I'm sure nobody
Okay, the floor
heard
is
me talking.
yours. You have a couple of guests.
So good evening, everybody. I can see Beatrice Kenge, our commentator of today's quote, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, she's the right person. Simply, she's not yet here. I also see Estelle. No, Beatrice is actually a watcher. And Josiane, I can see Josiane as well. Hi, Simplice. Simplice is on. Welcome to the meeting. I'm happy to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Josiane. And I think we still need to wait on Jessica Hill and Jenny,
No,
who will be.
Jessica is on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't see it in the beginning. Hi, Jessica.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
We're good, we're good. It's been a long time.
Yes,
So welcome to our meeting.
thank you.
Now we still wait on Jenny, I think. I heard Fatmata Kamara a few minutes ago. So I think she's also here trying to connect, is trying to get ready to be our counter of today. So, okay, yeah, I've just seen Jenny who joined us. Good evening, Jenny. I hope she can hear me.
Yes, I can. Good evening. Sorry for being late.
No, you're not. We're happy to see you again. We hope that this meeting will be a gratifying meeting.
It's gratifying for me to be part of this and having a role today.
Yeah, great. I guess you will be the table topic masters. So I'm sure you're ready because you are a communication specialist, so you will be a great person. Someone that I don't know. Maybe some of you know him. I can see Roland Katou. Good evening, Roland. Welcome to our meeting.
Good evening. I'm Roland Katou, a new member, I hope.
Oh, we're glad to hear that. Check you out.
Thank
It's
you.
good. So welcome to our meeting. I hope that you'll find this gratifying. I hope that you will like the way we conduct our meeting here, and I also hope that you will love the ambience, if this is a fine word. But I hope that you will love the environment and stay with us. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you to you too.
Good evening, everybody.
Hi, good evening, Estelle. She's
Sorry,
the general.
I still have one step in the office.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
But you're still with us, like always.
Yes, I can't miss this.
And we are happy to see
Good
you
evening, my
here.
president.
Is she here?
Same here, Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
Good evening, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you for
Good
joining.
evening, Madam President.
We
My
are
pleasure.
to be,
It's the best way to end the day.
yeah, you are so dynamic. Huh? I wish I could have your enthusiasm at the end of the day, still being office, working, and being member of several clubs, etc. Thank you.
You have more than that, President. You have more than that. You create clubs.
You have created several clubs, so I'm working on the path.
Ah,
We also have another guest, Fleur Adou. I think the president will kind of give you the floor at the end of this meeting for you to kind of tell us how you feel about it. But before that, just want to greet you. Welcome to our meeting, Fleur Adou. So, President, I think we're still waiting on someone else to come. Stefan Yao, but I think she.
Hello, sorry, I have some problem with my phone. Good evening,
Okay.
everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you, Fleur.
Okay.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, would you please check if we have all the role players today, or the speaker one, speaker two are here? And
Yeah, I can see speaker one just kind of jumping, and I see also speaker two. He is available.
Okay.
Jessica is here. Our counter is here. We have the
Okay.
grammarian ready.
We have
I
a
can.
special guest from Canada. Would you please name yourself and indicate that you are guest, Muriel? Jenny.
Hi. My name is
Hello.
Muriel.
Thank you
Hello.
for joining, Muriel.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
Hi, Muriel. We are happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here as well.
Indicate your role. Jenny, can you please rename yourself and indicate that you are the table topics master? Can see Muriel, please rename yourself so that indicate guests in front of your name. And this is being recorded so that you all know. If you are not feeling comfortable about this being recorded, please let us know. But please know that this is for educational purpose. This is not to be disclosed anywhere, but this is for education purpose. So let us know if you're not comfortable with that.
Thank you, President. So for each of you, just to talk like President, like Genevieve said, for each of you who are taking a role for this during this meeting, would you please rename yourself and put just before your name, just put your role right before your name so that we can easily identify you and see if everybody is online. President, I think we have all our role takers ready for the meeting, ready and present.
So our meeting is supposed to be starting in 4 minutes.
Yes. So we still have more minutes to kind of.
A couple more minutes to go.
Yes, to kind of make sure that everything is right.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, I just wanted to confirm, please, that our accountant was fine now. Fatumata, are you okay now?
Madam General, no, I'm not. Actually, the only thing is that I do not have video, but I can hear well. And
Okay.
I hope you can hear me as well.
Oh, yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah. my video that's not working, but I'll make sure that is it fixed next time.
Oh, it's so unfortunate, but it's fine. It's still fine. It's still fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is another member of our club, I guess. Nubia Mariam, who just joined us. Hi, Mariam.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And happy
Good
Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too. Now that I
Jessica, it's good
remember.
to see you. Oh, well, I know you can't see me. Hey.
Mariam.
Hello,
Yes.
Mariam. Long time.
Hello. Indeed.
Hi, Mariam. Nice to see you.
Hello, VP, how do we say it in English? Vice President, Education as well, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, Vice President
Yeah.
for Education. Jenny, if you are next to your phone, can you please look at your phone, please?
So here I can see Mr. Adama Guru, my mentor. Good evening, Adama.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Very good, and I'm happy to see you today, especially since I will be delivering my first speech.
Yeah.
So that's great to have you here. I'm sure that you will provide insight, looking at what will be done today.
Yeah.
So welcome to our meeting.
Thanks.
We still have 1 more minute to go. Who is on the line? Okay, great. So I can see on my watch that it's 5:30. So President, shall we start now or who is advice? Genevieve, can you hear me? Oh.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, I think it's 5:30 p.m. We
Okay.
started.
So that was actually what I was talking about. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our second meeting of the month of November. We are happy to see you here, especially on this day of Thanksgiving. We are grateful that you are able to join this meeting. Before starting with the meeting, I would like to ask that you, during this meeting, please mute yourself when you're not speaking so that we can have, you can be able to follow the meeting when someone is speaking. So without further ado, I will give the floor to President Genevieve. So Genevieve, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sergeant at Arms, for warmly welcoming our guests. This is gratifying for all of us. Good evening, everyone. I'm Genevieve Johnson, and I'm the club's President, and I wish to welcome all of you this evening, speakers, members, and guests, to the second meeting of American Embassy Abidjan Toastmasters Club. Today, our meeting falls on this very special day for the US, Thanksgiving Day. Although we are not in the US, I'm sure we all have more than one reason to be grateful for. They are guests today, but our guests will be given the opportunity to give their impression at the end of the meeting. Without further ado, let's get to the gratifying quote of the day, which is, only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. This is from Robert Kennedy. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. From Robert Kennedy. I will now call someone to comment on this inspiring quote, and our commentator of the quote of the day is an aspiring member for our club, and yet committed to start her Toastmasters journey, hitting the ground running, gratifyingly taking the role of commentator of the quote of the day. She's a financial controller at Nestle, and she loves good food. We'll have certainly the occasion to taste her skills as a cook. Her current hobbies include reading, baking birthday cakes. So if you are planning on celebrating a birthday, you know where to go. And she loves participating to decoration events. May I please ask you, gentlemen, to help me welcome Josiane Ado with a round of applause. Madam Commentator of the quote of the day, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam President, for giving the opportunity to share the quote of the day from Robert Kennedy. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. This is a very beautiful quote and inspirational. So let me share with you my thoughts. Some people will say failure. I will say opportunities to grow. They will say mistakes. I will say prerequisite for great success. We tend to find ourselves trapped in emotion after a failure. We are hopeless. We are scared. This can be heartbreaking. And days after days, we don't get over it as we think or we want. To be healed, you need to stand and be happy with any little successes. From my point of view and experience, we are our own master and we have the power to make choices. We can bring a new sense and vision to our life. But let's think like this. What should I do? Continue to fail or stand and go for it? My husband is always telling me, life is not about the way you start, rather the way you end your journey. So let's be alert and be focused. Keep in mind that where there is an obstacles, when you are completely down, never forget how you overcame past situations. That will help you to ever achieve greatly. Failure is a teacher, not a dead end. The big mistake we will make ever is doing the same mistakes and going back to our failures. Fellow Toastmasters, our life is a journey, and to be successful, we will need ambition, courage, determination, positive mindset, and much more. We may be down, but always remember that life is giving us so many chances to demonstrate every single day who we truly are. Therefore, I encourage you, myself, to keep on going through our dreams, our audacity. Always reflect on this quote from Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thank you. Over to you, Madam President.
Wow, 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 wow. What a great comment, gratifying comment. Thank you for inspiring us. Toastmaster, may I call you Toastmaster? You are not yet a Toastmaster, but I can see that you'll be a great Toastmaster. Thank you, well done, Toastmaster Josiane, for this gratifying comment of the quote of the day. Let me just get to my notes, and I will remind, this comment reminds me of the 2020 world champion. We say that the trial, the success is in the trial. So like failure does not exist as such. As you said, Josiane is a teacher. So let's accept to be taught. Let's accept to try. There's no failure. Thank you again. Now let's get to the administrative affairs with the club's mission. May I please ask someone to read it, if you may, but if you're not ready, I can read it. Madam General Evaluator, can you read it, if I may ask? Our club's mission is on the program, at the bottom of the program.
All right, Madam President, let me do that.
Thank you.
As a club, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. That is the club's mission, Madam President.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. This is what Toastmaster is about, learning in a friendly, nurturing environment so that can boost us, lead us to be cheerful while we learn. A couple of information. Please, all our new members, I encourage you to reach out to your mentors. The mentors are being selected, have been selected, you've been assigned the mentors. So please reach out to your mentors to get started with your Toastmaster experience. You know, it's the first step that counts. So please make that little effort to reach out to your mentors. They are all wonderful people, experienced Toastmasters just waiting to work with you to enrich your Toastmaster experience. So please do reach out to them. And again, I'm encouraging the members to enroll to pathways. It seems probably a little bit difficult, but it's not that difficult. And yet you can reach or contact any of the officers to help you select the path. So we are all English readers. That makes it easier for us to just select the path. Please try, and then if you encounter any issue, let us know. You may reach out to the Vice President for Education or myself or any officers, and then we'll be glad and happy to assist you. I have an information from our treasurer, Siata. She wanted me to let you know, to let us know that she'll be sending soon messages. So she's the treasurer, remember. So that's about, I'm not going to say it. You'll discover. At the end of the meeting, our Zoom master, our wonderful Zoom master and Vice President for Public Relations, who happens to be a speaker today, will ask you to turn on your camera for the group picture. If your environment allows, and then you can please do so that you may have a nice picture to show everyone, all our visitors, that we are doing a great job. Please do not hesitate to turn on your camera when he asks us to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the person who will be leading you through this meeting. The person who will do that will be gratifyingly transition us through the different segment of this meeting. He's a chartered member of the AFDB Toastmasters Club since 2018. He's also a chartered member and vice president for education of American Embassy Toastmaster Club. He's passionate about service to others, a very nice person, very, very nice and gratifying person. He works at the American Embassy and is a key member of USAID Health Team. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Simplice Camden, our gratifying Toastmaster of the day. A round of applause or use the emoji to welcome Toastmaster Simplice. Toastmaster Simplice, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, kindly give a warm round of applause to our dynamic and talented President, Toastmaster Genevieve Johnson. It is a gratifying opportunity for me to serve as your Toastmaster of the day. Wow, what an honor. In my responsibility to bring you through the meeting today, we are holding our second meeting on a Thanksgiving Day. This is a coincidence, you may say, but it's something I would like you to reflect upon. Thanksgiving Day is an annual national holiday in the United States and in Canada. It's an opportunity to celebrate harvest and other blessings from the past year. And it is particularly rich in symbolism, and the traditional fare for Thanksgiving meal typically includes turkey, bread, stuffing, potato, cranberries, and pumpkin pie. I'm sure that some of us will have the opportunity to taste that today. On Thanksgiving Day, we thank God for the abundant blessings in our lives. And for us at American Embassy Toastmaster Club, we have several reasons to be grateful. To be grateful for the opportunity of having this club. Pascal says one day, not what we say about our blessing, but how we use them. It is the true measure of our thanksgiving. Not what we say about our blessing, but how we use them. It is the true measure of our thanksgiving. I would like to dedicate this quote of Parakisa to you wonderful members of American Toastmaster Club. Let us make good use of this wonderful treasure, the gift of a Toastmaster Club within our institution. I'm very proud to be one of the chartered members, and I'm sure that the precautions we are all observing since the outbreak of coronavirus, although they have prevented us from holding formal in-person Toastmaster sessions, we will soon get the opportunity to remove that obstacle, and it would in no case be a reason for us not to experience a generous and gratifying Toastmaster experience. Guess what? The creation of this club have been truly a gratifying experience for many of us within the mission. We are very proud, and we will do all our best to succeed. Now, let's get started. A typical Toastmaster Club meeting has 3 phases. The first is the administrative phase, where the presiding officer gives a welcoming address and share news on the club in particular and Toastmaster International in general. That part ends at the introduction of the Toastmaster of the day. As you have noticed, that's what our dynamic president Toastmaster Genevieve Johnson just completed. Now, part is the education phase, the one we are getting into now. It is the backbone of the Toastmasters mission. The education phase is part of the session where every member in the audience has the opportunity to make an additional step in his or her learning experience. Some members give prepared speeches and receive evaluation on their performance. There is a session on impromptu speaking called Table Topic. And the third and final part of our session is the evaluation phase, during which a team of dedicated Toastmasters will have the huge responsibility to provide helpful feedback on the quality of the session. They are called evaluators, and they have a captain as a general evaluator. For today, the captain of the evaluation team is a Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster. She is past president of Star Toastmaster Club, immediate area director for Area 20, and she worked at Nestlé, Côte d'Ivoire as a management accountant. Her hobbies include cooking, dancing, and watching movies. Fellow Toastmaster, dear guest, please give a round of ovation to welcome our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Estelle Camden.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, for this kind introduction. I was about to say, that name sounds familiar. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and in our current activities, in our current life, evaluation is the ability to provide a judgment or an estimation, an assessment of something or an event. But at Toastmasters, evaluation is feedback. It's real feedback. This is a balanced combination of positive remarks on what went well, of something that was done or said. And on the other side, constructive recommendation on what can be done to improve. This is what we call evaluation at Toastmasters. Like the Toastmaster of the Day just mentioned, there is a whole team of dedicated people that have prepared to provide you with significant constructive feedback on specific aspects of your participation. It is my pleasure to introduce each of them now. I will give the floor and they will open their cameras and microphone to tell you exactly what they will be doing today as part of the evaluation team. The first member of my team that I will call is the watcher. Madam Watcher, will you please take the floor and explain your role to the audience? Madam Watcher Beatrice.
Yes. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for your gratifying introduction. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Can hear you perfectly.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, everyone. It's my honor today to serve, this evening to serve as watcher for our session. So as a watcher, my role consists of assessing the level of attention of the audience. Also, during the session, I will be tracking any element that may alter our listening capability. So during the session, I will be also how can I say? No, at the end of the session, I will ask some question to some of the member, so that also finally at the end of the session, I will deliver my report. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you, Madam Watcher. Thank you so much. If good communication begins by effective listening. So our watcher will come at the end of the session, and she will ask few questions to confirm that you have been following, because it's a sign of respect. It's one of the first sign of respect that we show to our fellow Toastmasters. When they take the floor, we give them our undivided attention. This is what will be assessed during the evaluation phase when the watcher takes the floor. Thank you so much. Our next evaluator is the counter. Counter. It sounds funny for those who are joining for the first time. Let her tell you what it's all about. Madam Counter Fatoumata Kamara.
Yes.
The floor
Good
is
evening.
yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, Mr. Toastmaster of the day, please. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you for joining us during this session. Madam General Evaluator, my role this evening as the counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who will be speaking tonight. So during the meeting, I will listen to overused words such as well, but, so. I will also be listening to filler sounds, including And lastly, I will note when the speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as this means. And at the end of the meeting, Madam, I will be back and I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. So thank you again. It's an honor to play this role. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Counter. Thank you so much. If, like most of us, you think speaking with sounds classy, you'll realize as a Toastmaster that that demean the impact of your communication. We strive to be more conscious of what we have as verbal tics, and we improve speech after speech. So please pay good attention when the counter delivers a report. You will realize that you use crutches and you do not realize that all the time. Thank you, Madam Counter. Looking forward to your report. Let's now call the grammarian. Madam Grammarian, would you kindly describe your mission today?
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be the grammarian today. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Okay, thank you. Okay, as a grammarian today, I will be now presenting the word of the day. And also I'll be looking for wrong language, use of language. I will be counting the number of times we will be using the word of the day. And at the end of the meeting, I will be reporting on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. Did you share the word of the day?
Not yet. The word of the day is gratifying. So, 1 second, please.
We have the meaning of the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was trying to write down the word of the day, but this is not.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. Whenever what a speaker will use the word of the day, you can use emoticons to encourage them or to acknowledge their efforts. And at the end of the session, the grammarian will also report on the number of times the word was used. Feel free to use it today and in your next communications. The last and not the least member is the timer. Madam Timer, are you ready to present your role?
I am ready.
You have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As timer, I will time the topic, speakers, formal speakers, and evaluators. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card, as well as yellow, as well as the red card. And the table topic speaker should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. Those that are giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speaking times in terms of icebreakers, 4 to 6 minutes. And then I will raise the green card, the yellow card, as well as the red card. And also individual speakers have 2 to 3 minutes and any other speakers have 5 to 7 minutes. And each time I will raise the cards to let you know that your time is nearing. And that is my role for this evening.
Thank you, Madam Timer. If you can, dear participant, I would recommend that you pin the timer on your screen so you can follow when you have the floor. You will see the green when you have reached the minimum time allotted to you. And that is the minimum time. So you are encouraged to speak at least until you see the green. When you see the red, you should be concluding your address. So that's how you can, the device can help you in your speeches. Thank you, Madam Timer.
Thank you.
Normally, we also have speech evaluators in our team. Let me call one of them to briefly describe the role of a speech evaluator. Later, they will come to share the specific purpose of each speech, each speech. Madam President, you are evaluating a speech. Can you tell us what is the role of a speech evaluator?
Certainly.
Your microphone is still off.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Evaluation is really key when it comes to Toastmasters, as it allows us to know what we have done well, what we may improve, and how we can improve it and progress, hence become a better version of ourselves. In a nutshell, the speech evaluator observes the speeches and offers evaluation to the speakers. The role of the speech evaluator is to provide a sincere, kind, and encouraging feedback to the speaker. And as a speech evaluator, it will be my responsibility to clearly identify areas where the speaker has been successful, aspects that he or she needs to improve, and make suggestions for improvement in order to help him or her improve the leadership, the speaking skills. At the request of the General Evaluator, I'll provide my feedback to the speaker. Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam President. And speech evaluator is exactly that. The speech evaluator provides feedback in such a way that the speaker is eager to come back for the next project. This is my team. As you may have guessed, as general evaluator, I will simply oversee the session. I will add complimentary comments to my evaluator's reports on what can be done to have better sessions next time. Please keep in mind that we are all in the learning process. speakers, leaders, and evaluators. We plead that you do not take the evaluations personally, but that you see whatever opportunity is in there for you to get to a better version of yourself. We will be back at the end of the education phase to share our comments. Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, back to you.
Wow. What a beautiful and effective presentation. Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator, for your brilliant presentation. As you have noticed, we have a wonderful team of dynamic Amazons lined up to evaluate our work today. Another round of applause for them. Thank you very much. Dear guests, you will notice that each time the word of the day is used, we do this, or we use the emoticon. It is to acknowledge the speaker's efforts, and you are invited to use as much as possible the word of the day, which is gratifying to make our grammarian very, very happy. Now, let's move another step ahead. All Toastmaster journeys start with a first project called Icebreaker. We are fortunate to have two of those today. And before I introduce our first speaker, I would like to call on our speech evaluator to present the speaker. Our first speaker will present the first project of level 1 from Path Persuasive Influence. Now calling of Toastmaster President Genevieve Johnson to introduce the speech objectives. Over to you, Madam Speech Evaluator.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. This speech that will be delivered is level 1, project 1, as the team all said. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Over to you, Mr. Timod.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Genevieve. Now, the Toastmaster we are going to be hearing for his speech is a charter member of American Embassy Toastmaster Club. He holds the office of Sergeant at Arms in our club. He's a project manager and a translator within the US Embassy. He plays guitar, he loves reading, and he is passionate about tennis. He's thankful for the life and health he is enjoying today. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Toastmaster Yves Kwaku for his icebreaker titled Grateful for My Mistakes. Grateful for my mistakes, Toastmaster Yves Kwaku. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. My name is Yves Kwaku. As the Timot said, I am the Sergeant at Arms of the American Embassy Toastmaster Club, and I'm gratified by the opportunity to speak before you about myself today. I'm starting with a question. Have you ever made a mistake or had an apparently bad experience which finally turned into a gratifying one? You don't need to answer it now. According to Rita Mae Brown, and I quote, good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. End of quote. As a teenager, I believed for a while that I should avoid making mistakes. This state of mind did not prevent me from actually making those mistakes, and I felt bad thereafter. I always needed to have perfection before taking an action. I needed the perfect timing as well. The reason behind that was the fear of making mistakes. So during classes, I would keep quiet when the teacher asked a question, even though I had the right answer. And if I had a doubt on the fact that the answer could be wrong, I would just refrain from saying anything. After joining the university, I behaved and thought the same way, and this had me miss many opportunities of making a difference and standing out. This was the consequence of a bad judgment. But I then decided that this was a problem that needed to be solved, but I didn't know how. After the 2010 political crisis, which was an opportunity for me to kind of try to solve this problem, and the closure of the universities for 2 years, a friend of mine suggested that we took a training in project management at the UNESCO Commission in Cote d'Ivoire, along with many other young people. In addition to the training, we were grouped in teams in order to work on various subjects related to socio-economic development. Working in teams forced me a bit to talk, to speak up, to participate orally and communicate. But I realized that I was not able to communicate in an efficient manner, in a coherent and convincing way. I was frustrated at first. But then, when trying, I found it very exciting, gratifying, and I wanted to do it over again. Later on, I applied for a prestigious leadership program and was part of the shortlisted candidates for an interview. On the day of the interview, I entered the room with enthusiasm. But as the interview went on, I realized again that I was not able to provide answers that could impress the jury. I was stressing out and began searching for my words. It was a disaster, a traumatizing moment. In the meantime, I thought I had become a good communicator, but I was wrong. The fact is that I lacked substantial preparation. But I learned from that mistake, and I had a better preparation to ace another interview, which gave me a job. Now that I'm speaking, I am convinced that I need to keep trying, keep making mistakes. So I decided to join a Toastmaster club. The main reason for that is that Toastmasters is the best place where you are encouraged by your fellows. You are supported by those fellows in doing mistakes for improvement. My goal is to take advantage of this gratifying journey and improve my leadership and communication skills. Looking back, I am grateful for my mistakes. I am grateful for my failure during those times. I'm grateful for the bad judgment that I had, which made me realize that I needed to take action, that I needed to move forward. Because in the beginning, I was reluctant to getting out of my comfort zone, and I failed in being a good speaker. But I did not stop there because I wanted to improve, because I wanted to be better in what I do. So I tried many times. I made mistakes and I noticed some improvements. And I was gratified by that, by this fact. This is way more exciting and gratifying. As Bram Stoker said, and I quote, we learn from failure, not from success. So, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, let's try. Let's make mistakes. Let's fail. Let's go on, get better, and have fun. Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, over to you.
Marvelous speech. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yves Kwaku, for sharing your experience of turning failures to opportunities and looking at failure as teacher. That was a gratifying experience. Thank you very much. Now, our second speaker is going to present a project on the path presentation mastery. It is still an icebreaker, and Toastmaster Genevieve are already presented the objective of our icebreaker. Now, Toastmaster Miriam Dumbia will be the evaluator for the second speech. So there is no need to represent the objective as it has already been done by the previous speech evaluator. Our next speaker is also a charter member of our club. He served as Vice President Public Relations for the American Embassy Abidjan Toastmaster Club. He is a project manager, he is system analyst and IT trainer. He enjoys drawing and painting. He loves reading. When asked about the meaning of Thanksgiving, he said it is about acknowledging our privileges. He thinks that our possessions, all what we were able to achieve, is not because we are better than others, but because we are lucky. Therefore, we should be grateful every day. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Toastmaster Rolas Lua for his icebreaker title, Figure Out Passion. Figure out passion, figure out your passion, Toastmaster Rojas Lua.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you very well.
Great. Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Juan Rojas. I'm 38 years old, and I'm like the Toastmaster of the Day System Analyst at the U.S. Embassy of Abidjan. I'm also the IT trainer. This evening, I'm going to walk you through how chasing my passion took me where I am today. Bishop T.D. Jakes once said, if you cannot figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. For your passion will lead you right into your purpose. From my early childhood, I always dreamt to be a cartoon artist. I had a strong passion for drawing and painting. At the age of 10, when I was in grade 6, I failed the mock exam because instead of learning and practicing my lessons, I spent all my time manually reproducing some Mickey Mouse comic books. But my passion shifted with time as I was getting exposed to the reality of life. The turning point was when my uncle, who was a UN international at that time and was held in high regard by the youth of the family, both for his academic and professional achievements, told me this: "Nephew, let me tell you something. If by the end of your university studies, you are not able to speak English and drive a car, then you are a peasant." I was in my final year of high school, and that statement shocked me. But from then on, my passion for the learning of the English language grew stronger and stronger. I read anything I stumbled upon. I carried a small notebook with new words that I memorized every day, everywhere I went. I listened to BBC Radio, Voice of America, and watched American movies just to hone my listening skills and my ability to hold a phone conversation with a native English speaker. I kept that habit throughout my university years, learning by myself the English versions of all the courses that were taught in French. And that proved to be pivotal and gratifying in my professional journey. Wherever I applied, English was in most cases the one thing, the one advantage that I had over other applicants. I was sometimes spoiled for choices because I could get more than one job offer at a time. I'm currently at my 5th job in my professional career, which started in 2005. The current one being the one where I've spent more than 10 years. But life is a continuous learning experience, and we must always strive to give our best in any endeavor. Be better every day than the day before. And that's why I decided to join Toastmasters, because I consider it to be the perfect place to improve my English speaking skills, taking it to the next level. I was able to communicate my passion for the English language to my junior brother, who is today a medical doctor and a full-time public health Fulbright student. I'm still passionate about drawing and painting, but my passion for continuous education in general and for the English language especially is growing bigger and bigger. Anthony D'Angelo once said, "Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow." Also, Lewis Hamilton, the newly crowned 7-time Formula One champion, said, "You don't have to win every race in order to feel victorious." But I do acknowledge that I still have a long way to go. But I feel victorious because I've been able to raise the awareness of younger French-speaking friends and brothers about the learning of an international foreign language such as English in order for them to be resourceful. In retrospect, I can see that I have been, and I am still, an independent learner, disciplined and committed in every learning experience. And I can also see that their achievements are always gratifying. I can boldly state that a burning passion with a commitment for action will guarantee your success. And that was the little introduction I could give by myself. Thank you.
Brian, what a wonderful icebreaker. Today, fellow Toastmaster and guests, we are blessed with remarkable presentation. You don't have to win every race before feeling victorious. Also, you don't need to be a perfect speaker or a great leader before joining Toastmaster International. Toastmaster International is where leaders are made. Now, that concludes our prepared speech session, and we will have to move to the next phase of our meeting. As announced in the program presentation earlier, in a Toastmaster meeting, we also have a series of impromptu. The Toastmaster leading that portion is usually called Table Topic Master. That role player gives the opportunity to some of the participants to practice thinking on their feet. Our Table Topic Master today is a chartered member of American Embassy Toastmaster Club. She serves as the Development Outreach and Communication Specialist at USAID Côte d'Ivoire within the US Embassy. Ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming our engaged, capable, talented, and smiling Table Topic Master, Jenny Christelle Debremont. Toastmaster Jenny Christelle, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. What a great and gratifying way for me to start my first role at Toastmaster American Embassy. Thank you, Simplice. So like you announced, I'm going to be the table topic master, and I will have a couple of questions ready that I will ask people that are unprepared, which is the objective of this activity. So everyone will have 1 to 2 minutes to respond to the question I'm going to ask. So let's make sure that we all watch the timekeeper so that we know that we don't go more than the 2 minutes. So as much as this is gratifying for me, and me being a communication specialist is not an easy task. So let's go. I hope the questions are not going to be too difficult. So I'm going to ask an expert member, Adama Goru. His impression on the quote, following quote. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. I repeat, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Mr. Adama Goru, could you please tell us what you think about this quote?
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to attend this meeting, and above all, to have the opportunity, this gratifying moment, to answer this specific question about an important quote, talking about two main things, heart and miracles. So the quote say that a good heart is a magnet for miracles. I could start with a question, do you really believe in miracles? Yes, I do. That's my honest answer. Because as a person that do believe there is forces beyond our control, and we believe in the invisible, what people or believers may call God, or other people may find another names. I'm sure that I can control everything that happened in my life. And sometimes you are just facing situation and you do realize that, yes, miracles do exist. You do believe that because if not a miracle, some situations are just hopeless. And by the grace of God, you overcome those situations by a powerful event, by something that comes in your way unexpectedly, and then you sit down and think about it. Yes, that's true miracles. And you think at this moment of things you're thinking about the faith that you have, about the generous heart that you have giving other people, saying that also miracles exist. So at this point, miracles happen only to those people who first believe in the heart, and all those people who truly believe that the sense of purpose in our life is making good to everyone.
Thank you very much. So now the second question is, we all know that 2020 has been kind of a weird year. So can you find some way we should be grateful for 2020? And this question is for Bernadette de Medeiros.
Thank you, Mrs. Table Topic Master. Yes, it is true that 2020 has been a weird year for us, especially with the COVID. The COVID has had such a negative impact on each one of us. Even though some of our families were not affected, but the whole world was affected. Yes, COVID had a very negative impact. But apart from COVID, we must be gratified to God because we are all here and we are at this section. We are at a session where leaders are made. And looking into our families, we are healthy, and Toastmaster was not affected by COVID. I mean, it was not affected by COVID because we were lucky to have Zoom to be able to continue with our sections. So for me, I think even though the year was very weird, with Toastmaster, I'm very satisfied and I'm grateful to God. I'm also healthy and most of you are healthy. And we know that in our country, we had various bad things that happened, but yet we are still standing on our feet. So we should all be grateful to God for keeping us up to now. And our children are going to school also. So in conclusion, I will say, yes, everything was not perfect, but all the same, we should be grateful to God. Thank you, Mrs. Table Topic Master.
Thank you very much for finding nice ways and reminding us that even though 2020 was weird as a year with COVID especially, we still need to be grateful for what we have and even for being able to talk on Zoom. So now the next question is, what are the things you're the most grateful for? And this question is for Aimé Sekongo.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What are the things you are the most grateful for?
Okay, so thank you. First of all, I'm really grateful for first my life, and because when you wake up every day in the morning and you're feeling well, you have to be grateful for that. And for the second thing is health. When you are in good health, that's the second thing to be grateful for, and happiness too, and having a job again. So these are the things for me that I have to be grateful for. So thank you.
Thank you for those nice, quick, and great answer. So, keeper, do we have enough? Do I have enough time to ask a couple of more questions?
Yes.
Okay. So the next question: we've all had a first job. So who remember how it was gratifying to receive that first paycheck? So I'm asking that question to Galaxy A20.
Maybe the person does not even know his name is Galaxy. That's funny.
Maybe for interest of time, we may move to another.
So I'm going to ask new member, guest, Roland Katou. I repeat the question. We all had the first job. Can you please tell us what was gratifying on receiving your first paycheck?
Okay, thank you for this question. For my first job, I grateful for this first opportunity to work, to know how to work, to improve what I learned in school, and it was an opportunity to know many things for the future, and I'm grateful for this big opportunity for me. It's what I can say. Excuse me, the first time for me to make many sentences that I made. Thank you.
Thank you, Roland. I'm really grateful for you being able to answer this question. It's your first participation at Toastmaster, and you did a great job having an improper speech. And I know that you're a great public speaker. So hopefully you join us, and then we'll get to know your prepared speech. With that, I think that this is all for me today, unless I have more time to burn, but I think we should be on. Thank you. It was gratifying speaking today.
Wow, what a wonderful and engaging session. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jenny Christa. That is a great presentation. Now, with that, we are concluding the education phase, and we have to move to an evaluation phase. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished evaluation is the art of Toastmaster education program. Where we receive feedback on our presentation. Ken Blanchard once said, feedback is the breakfast of the champions, and evaluators provide positive and constructive feedback on their own reaction to speaking and leadership efforts. They also make recommendations for improvement. Now, let us welcome back to this virtual lesson the wonderful and talented general evaluator for his team report. The mic is yours, distinguished Toastmaster Esther Kandem.
Thank you, Mr. Wondrous Toastmaster of the day. For the sake of time, we will begin right now with the reports. We will first listen to the watcher, then we will move to the speech evaluators to give more accounts and the grammarian, and they will be the next to take the floor. So, Madam Watcher, if you are ready, it's time now to deliver your report.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. As announced earlier, I am now going to call some of you to answer a few questions. I will start with Jessica. Please, Toastmaster Jessica. Please, can you remind us the author of the quote of the day?
Your microphone is off.
It's still off. It's okay now. Yeah.
Okay, Robert F. Kennedy quote of the day.
Yes, the author of the quote of the day.
Good one.
The author of the quote of the day?
Yes, please.
Was it Kennedy, Robert F.?
Okay, okay. Thank you. The second question is going to Yves Kwaku. What are the three phases of the typical Toastmaster which was shared by the VP? Please.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
What are the three phases of the typical Toastmaster club?
You mean the meeting?
The three typical.
The
I would
three
say
phases of the club's meeting.
there is the administrative part, the education part, and the evaluation part.
Oh, thank you. The last one is going to Mariam. I saw Mariam, Toastmaster Mariam. Please, who serve as a commentator of the quote of the day, please?
I think Josiane was the commentator of the quotes of the day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Based on the three, based on the gratifying answer that were given by our fellow Toastmaster, I can say that we have a very attentive and engaged audience. Congratulations to all of us. So before conclude, let me just share maybe one or two improvements for the next session. So the first one is for us to try to connect maybe 3 or 5 minutes before the session and check our sound system and video. Also, mute we have to turn off all our devices or when we are not speaking to avoid distraction during the session. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Washer. That was brilliant. I have nothing to add. Just to say thank you to the participants for giving kindly their attention to all the speakers. That's kind of you. Now we'll listen to the speech evaluations, and we will start with the first speaker's evaluation, Yves Kwaku. Madam President and speech evaluator, are you ready?
I am.
Yves is smiling and he can't wait to listen
he's
to
so confident.
report. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Yves, it's hard to believe that this is the first time. Yes, I'm unmuted. This is the first time you are giving a speech. Congratulations. I cannot start my evaluation without congratulations first. Congratulating you first for your gratifying and brilliant speech titled Grateful for My Mistake. this speech is in complete, in total alignment with our theme today, which is Thanksgiving. Showing gratefulness is something that we should probably do often to appreciate our life, to appreciate things that we do. I would give my evaluation in 3 parts. First, what you did well. Second, areas for improvement. And third, how you could improve. You did I love the content of your speech. And I would like to tell you that perfection is not totally bad, because Vince Lombardi says perfection is not attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Dear Eve, you are on the right path to reach excellence, especially with your Toastmaster journey. And you did a very, very, very good speech. I just love the structure of your speech. We have the 3 parts. I could identify the introduction, the body of your speech, and the conclusion. This is good for the first time. You have good gesture. I could see some of the gestures. That was good. And sometimes the eye contacts. You felt very comfortable with the audience, engaging the audience. You were very, very engaging with the audience. You could see that you were at ease with your speech. Good job. Perfection is not in this word. So the few areas that you may improve are your introduction. First, your introduction, which is a little bit too small. I couldn't see the outline of the body of your speech. You could have, like listed it, but this is the icebreaker. But before I continue, can I ask the timer, how long did he take to deliver his speech?
7 minutes and 6 seconds, 7 seconds.
7
minutes, 6 seconds.
This is the icebreaker. And with your speech, we learn an aspect of yourself, of your life. You know that you were looking for perfection, which kind of prevented you to fully enjoy your interaction with people or at school. So this is, that's the objective was attained. So that's good. And the vocal variety was there. Eye contact, not always. So if you just transition a little bit to get a smooth speech, that will help you improve the quality of the speech. I would say that you successfully attain the objective of your speech if you pay a little more attention to time next time. But you can discuss this further off record. Madam General Evaluator, good job.
Thank you, Madam Speech Evaluator. Indeed, it was a beautiful speech. Mr. Ifkaku, you should be proud of yourself. That was excellent. I encourage you to take into account all these recommendations when you really begin with the other speeches, because the icebreaker is just talking about yourself. Now that you know what you should focus on, you're good to go. Enjoy. The second speaker, Horace Dua, is evaluated by Marianne Doumbia. Madam Speech Evaluator, you have the floor.
Thank you, dear Toastmasters Camden. It's a pleasure to to be able to speak today. Let me first say that I'm really thankful to be with all of you today to celebrate Thanksgiving in a way with a team of excellent Toastmasters. Now, to come back to the purpose of my speech this afternoon, it's to evaluate Mr. Rojas Lua, which speech was figure out your passion. First, may I ask Jessica, how long did the speech of Mr. Lua last?
Just 1 second. Five minutes and 19 seconds.
perfect. So we were within the time. And the comments that I will make now are also going to be divided in 3 parts. I'll tell you what you excelled at, Mr. Lua. I was really pleased by your gesture for icebreaker. That was excellent. And also, I saw that you used 4 quotes, which was really great for a first-time speaker. I can't tell whether you were using your notes or not, so it's all good. Because if you did, I definitely couldn't say it. That was a very interesting speech as well. I was pleased to learn about your passion for English and your passion for painting and drawing that you still have, actually. I think you could have worked on your introduction and make it a little bit more catchy, because it was nice, but also a little bit plain for me. I didn't get the wow moment I was expecting while I hear you out, but I could definitely outline the plan of your speech. That objective was perfectly attained. One thing which I guess we all have to learn now that we are on Zoom is that your background is white and your shirt is white. So right now I can only see your head and your speakers and your tie and your skin. So it's a little weird. It looks ghostly.
And unfortunately, when I was practicing my speech, I was wearing a blue t-shirt, so I didn't even think about this background issue. I just found out.
Yes, so it's quite funny actually,
Yeah, I'm
but
very sorry.
this is something we all have to remember from now on.
Yeah.
And finally, to challenge yourself, and this advice goes for both speakers. Excuse me, Genevieve, if I'll be making that advice to both of them. I would have loved for them to get a little bit more personal, because the more personal you get, the more friendly the people are towards you, and the better they get connected to you and they actually feel like they know you. Now I actually know your professional experience, I know your passion, I know different things about you, but I don't feel like I know you as a person, as an individual yet. So that's to be worked on later on in your other speeches, which I encourage you to start as soon as possible. Thank you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Madam Speech Evaluator, for this comprehensive evaluation. Thank you. That was so nice and constructive. I like the point on the virtual background. It's really tricky on Zoom with Zoom sessions. We all take that away. We are done now with the speech evaluations. Let's move to the other reports. Let me call now my accountant if she is ready. Madam Accountant, are you ready with your report?
Madam General Evaluator, yes, I'm ready.
You have the floor.
Sure. I will start with the 2 speakers of the evening. First of all, by Mr. Kwaku's speech. I have caught out of the hum and the and the so, you have 3. But I've also noted some pauses in between sentences a couple of times. So total 3 for Mr. Kwaku. For Mr. Lua, I had caught 4. No major repeats or anything, so that was good. Madam General Evaluator, should I move to the other speakers after the table topic? At the table topic, I would like to move to that first.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's up to you. Everything you heard.
Okay, all right. Mr. Adama Guru, I have caught 4 hums and quite some repeats. I heard a couple of times I Well, Miss Bernadette, I had caught about 7 for tonight. Monsieur Aimé Sekugo, I had caught 4. 2 and I had caught 2, including so that includes 2 of them. And I think I have 2 more. And finally, Mr. Katu Roland, I had caught 6, 2 hums, 3 R's, and a couple of I's and I's. Madam General Evaluator, I wasn't sure with this role, which was very gratifying, by the way, whether I should also evaluate the table, the master table, or the topic table master.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, everybody.
Okay, all right. So for the table topic master, I had caught about 6 hums and a couple of pauses, which I completely understand, but there were a couple of pauses there, but total of 6. For the grammarian, I had caught only 1. For right at the beginning of the meeting, Madam, for the commentator of the day, Mr. Jete, just 1 R right at the beginning. It was hard for me to catch her, to say the truth, but I got just 1. I want to go down and report on the evaluator, Madam President. Which was, Madam President, you have a total of 2, including when you were evaluating one of the speakers. I also couldn't help but count a couple for the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, you have a total of 5 for tonight. Madam General Evaluator, I'm sorry, but I know I work for you, but I caught 1. I caught 1 for you tonight. And I think I covered everybody. That's what I have. If I have a couple of seconds, I just wanted to take this opportunity maybe to provide a couple of advices on how you can improve later on and actually have less of those hums and hars and those crutches. So before you start talking, it would be good to take a deep breath and think about what you are about to say. A second trick is probably to speak slowly. That will allow you to articulate. And a third advice would be actually be more conscious of your usual tics. So including words as you know, I mean, we all have those, but we have to be more conscious about it so that we avoid using them. Madam General Evaluator, that is all for me for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Alcantara, and congratulations for this effective report. The only thing like I may recommend for next time before I forget, if you can, it will be good to specify the crutch or the filler word that was used, because this report is nominative. The recipient should be able to know exactly what to address as issue. I heard you saying you did 1, you did 5. It's important just to specify, was it a repetition? Was it a crutch? Was it a filler word? Which word was that? Just to increase our awareness on those. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Madam, I can send that to each one of them because I have it written. Okay.
Sure. Sure. You feel free to do that. Now is the grammarian. Madam Grammarian, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
We are listening to you.
Well,
This evening, we had a great use of the word gratifying. The word was used 24 times, and the thumbs up for the president. She used it around 7 times, if I record correct.
Wow.
We had many quotes that were interesting to learn. And as I said, it's a gratifying experience to be part of this Toastmaster Club. We learn a lot. We learned that it's grateful to, we always have something to be grateful for. The word was used, as I said, 24 times, and also the synonym, the word grateful, was used a lot. And I remember a quote that was said, and I found it very interesting. You don't need to be a great racer to win all the race. All right, I think that's about it for the day. If you can take the floor, that'll be fine.
Thank you, Madam Grammarian. Thank you very much for this report. I believe next time you play the role, you will have enough time to draw our attentions on the misuse of the language or specify the good usage that you noted. Thank you for this beautiful word that you shared and that was widely used. Thank you again. Thank you. Madam Timer, are you ready with your report?
I am ready.
You have the floor now.
All right, thank you. With our first speech, icebreaker speech for Yves, he was within the time frame of 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Our second speech, Lua, was 5 minutes and 19 seconds. And then with our other speeches, Aduma was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Bernadette was 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Ame was 32 seconds. And I didn't catch the last name, but whoever was the last speaker was 45 seconds.
Okay.
With regard to the evaluation phase, let's just see. Genevieve gave 3 minutes and 59 seconds when she evaluated Yves' speech. And Mariam was 3 minutes and 49 seconds with the evaluation of Noah's speech. In terms of the ad counter, 4 minutes and 40 seconds, grammarian 57 seconds. I think that is what I have total. And that is my report.
So, Madam Timer, would you say we made good use of time? If not, what do you recommend to improve?
We made pretty good use of time, and the only recommendations I would have to say is in the major speeches, keeping it to no more than the 6 minutes. So that would be one recommendation. And that's the major recommendation. I think that was a major recommendation. Yes.
Thank you, Madam Timer. So we should ensure we stick. We should ensure we stick to the allotted time from beginning to the end. That is well noted. And if I think we are already late. I am not sure I have much time, but it's time for me to also give my report as general evaluator. To be honest with you, I couldn't have dreamt of a more gratifying moment as a club mentor. I've seen beautiful things in this club. From the beginning, let me start from before the session. The first thing that I noticed that made me happy, you have this WhatsApp group that you create to organize the session. I noticed that Every contribution in that WhatsApp group is meant to move forward. I am taking a role. I will be there. I need help in preparing my role. Never will someone type, I will not be present at the session. I can't do it anymore. So I love the positive tone that we have when preparing this session. Congratulations. One amazing thing that you do in this club, you are one of the very few clubs manage to issue their agenda 2 days before the meeting. You did that once and today again. Please keep it up. The meeting roles are duly prepared. All the participants join on time and there is no last minute defection. This is exceptional. Now, what makes me really happy today is that we almost had a first-timer session. I don't know if you realized, speakers, timer, grammarian, accountant, watcher, commentator of the quote of the day, were all playing these roles for the first time. You could feel they're prepared. Please, all my first-timer, give me a thumbs up if you had fun during this experience. I just want to have a thumbs up. Hey, hey. It's all about that. Congratulations, congratulations. Give me another thumbs up if you feel like coming back and expanding your comfort zone a bit wider. Oh, great, more thumbs up. When you do that, just make sure you keep preparing, read the resources, speak, ask for help. We are there for that. But if you keep this, I think this quote from Horace is meant for everybody. I can see you live that quote. A burning passion with a commitment to action leads to success. This is so true. I can only wish you a fulfilling journey. Please, 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 whatever stress you have, it is okay. Take time at the end of every session to give yourself a tap in the back and enjoy this moment. Feel that gratifying feeling that you have when you have achieved what you prepared for. There are recommendations I will share with you, maybe separately, but I want you to pause on this wonderful moment. It was a great session, a wonderful session, the best part of my day. So thank you for making my day and looking forward for another ecstatic moment with you, U.S. Embassy. Mr. Toastmaster of the day, I do not want to waste more time. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Estelle Camden, our general evaluator. Times is not our friend today, and I'm going to conclude by saying this. Giving speeches, playing roles, or bringing more members is an opportunity for us to grow and learn more in our journey. Dear Toastmaster and guests, it was a great honor for me to serve as your host tonight. Before I return the virtual lectern to our vibrant president for session closure, I want to wish all of you a rewarding Toastmasters journey and a very, very special Thanksgiving. Let me leave you with this other quote from Melody Beatty. Melody Beatty said, "Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." So let's step up and create a vision for tomorrow. Back to you, Madam President. You are muted, Madam President. We can't hear you, Madam President, if you're speaking.
Unmuted myself, sorry. I clicked on it and then, sorry. So thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day, for your brilliant and gratifying leading of this session, of this meeting. Thank you for this great job. I just loved your explanation of Thanksgiving, the meaning of it, and then what it consists of. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for your great job. As everyone, as you can see, our meeting is coming to an end. However, I will not be leaving, we will not be leaving without asking some of our new guests to share the impressions in 1 minute. I will start, and I'd like to thank those who invited our guests. DTM Estelle Kamdem, thank you. Then Jenny, Christelle Debrimo, thank you. Thank you. And then all of us, we are encouraged to invite guests every time we schedule our meetings. This is how we can grow as a club. Okay, without further ado, I just ask Mr. Roland Katou. I'll say Toastmaster Roland Katou because he's already listed as prospective member. Roland Katou, what are your impressions of this club? And I hope you will remain with us.
Thank you, dear President. Thank you to Jenny and for all of us for this invitation. For my first meeting, I'm very impressed by the different roles I saw, and I'm very happy to be with you. And I can say that it will be for me a very good opportunity to improve my English with you, with your return back about what I will say, I will speak, and see you to the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the next meeting. I'll ask Elsa Beatrice Kenge. I think this is your first time with us. Toastmaster Beatrice, are you still with us? Beatrice is our watcher. I think this was her first time too. Am I right? Beatrice?
Yes, for sure. It's my first time.
Thank you. And thank you
You're
for
welcome.
So what do you think?
I think it was a gratifying session, and I will continue. And I have decided to be a Toastmaster club, Toastmaster member for this club.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are looking forward to seeing you, and please continue to take roles. We are working on your membership officially so that you can become official member of the club.
For sure. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
We'll get in touch, Vice President for membership, as well as the treasurer to complete this stage. Thank you. And I think this, unless I'm wrong, this is our first time members. Josiane, this is the second time, but since we are running out of time and you have become a member now with this role and great comment of the quote of the day, you are definitely a member. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. And we are running out of time, as I said. We are not going to be long. Our next meeting will be on December 10th. We will let you know how we conduct this meeting because we have news that I don't want to disclose for the time being, but we may have to change the setting of our next meeting. But hold the date, save the date, December 10th. Please save the date and then we'll see. So for members and new members, prospective members, you may wish to sign up for roles, please contact the vice presidents for education who happen to be our Toastmaster of the day, our brilliant Toastmaster of the day, simply scam them, to pick and schedule your role at the next meeting. And please be assured that we always include our visitors to our distribution list, so you'll be receiving the invitation. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for your participation today. We're kind of long. We were supposed to be ending at 6:45, and it's almost quarter to 7. So, but it was great, a gratifying meeting worth our time. Thank you again, everyone. But before we just say goodbye to one another, I'd like, if feasible, for you who are remaining to open your cameras for the group photo. Our Zoom master, next time you'll do the photo at the beginning so that we can have everyone. So your smiles for the group photo, for those who can, that would be great. Okay, I can see we're missing a couple of more people. The Bernadette, you're not here. This is not going to be a great photo, is it? Well, Zoom Master, you can do with what we have. This is, we cannot do more than, cannot do any better, so smile.
Yeah, let me take again.
Oh, you can have to take it because we now have M.S. Congo and Bernadette who joined, and Josiane. Roland Katou, I hope Roland Katou hasn't left us yet.
No, I'm here.
Can you please, is it possible for you to turn on your camera for your...
Turn on your camera, please.
Okay. Okay.
Let me save the first picture, please.
Oh, Fatou, next time you make sure your camera works. I miss your nice smile.
I'm so jealous right now, Madam President.
Me too, me too.
Okay, it's okay now. I've taken the pictures. Thank you. You can switch off your camera.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mariam, good job. Thank you. Good job, everyone. Merci, Mrs. Timer. You did a great job.
Bye.
Great job, great job.
Merci, merci. Merci.
Congratulations, Horace and Yves.
C'était super.
Oui, merci
Oui,
beaucoup.
c'était bien.
Okay, see you.
Hardly believe that was
Mais
it.
Rochas, pardon, il ne faut pas nous faire peur comme ça.
Je peux pas.
Je ne peux pas lui dire.
Le background.
Non, ça va, je n'ai même pas pensé à ça.
On sait que tu es animé, mais tu es vu en blanc. Mais Mariam a raison. Tu nous as fait peur.
Oui, c'est vrai.
Heureusement que ton fiche était super. Sinon, on a fermé ta caméra.
En fait, quand je faisais les tests, je portais un t-shirt bleu. Et comme le background que j'utilisais pour le Toastmaster était bleu, j'ai dit, OK, je vais porter une chemise blanche. Je ne savais pas que ça allait me faire ce tour. Mais vous savez que j'étais tellement concentré sur mon speech que je n'ai même pas remarqué. Il a fallu que Maria me le dise. Je n'ai pas remarqué.
Non, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Oh, c'est pas grave.
C'est tout ça aussi le fun. You should have fun.
Oui.
On n'a pas avoir le ghost, like issue dans le...
Ghost speaker.
At least you could see my hands moving, right?
J'ai failli fuir.
Okay, take care, everyone. I have to leave now. Thank you. Congratulations.
Je viens m'aider. Au revoir. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Merci, Fatou. Merci. On travaille sur la caméra la prochaine fois.
OK, Grando, merci.
Monsieur Katou, thank you. J'attends que tout le monde parte pour fermer parce que je ne vais pas vous chasser, vous couper. Donc, Rojas.
Oui.
C'est bien, c'était bien. Voilà, c'est... À part dans toutes les caméras, tu as bien géré le temps.
OK.
C'était bien. Elle dit, comment je vais lui dire? On a commencé, en fait, j'étais tellement occupée à gérer. Jessica, on devait travailler hier sur le timing. Jessica dit, elle est fatiguée. Donc, moi, je suis en train de me chercher sur ma préparation de discours et d'introduction. Voilà, Jessica qui est en train de faire. Donc, quand je t'ai vu, je ne te regardais pas, mais mais vraiment, j'étais focalisée ailleurs. Ça a été dit d'échanger. Moi-même, c'est dans mes essais là que j'ai laissé ce background parce que quand on est en vidéo, ça change un peu, tu vois.
Oui.
Voilà. Donc, je sais, quand je faisais ma démonstration à Jessica, que c'est resté. Sinon, généralement, je n'aime pas les vidéos là quand je fais mes discours. Ça m'a fait le coup.
Je n'avais même pas remarqué ça. Il a fallu que Mariam le dise. J'étais trop concentré sur le...
Yeah! Là, ça s'est bien passé. Good job. Tu as bien fait, tu vois.
Ok. Mais est-ce que les gens m'ont bien compris?
Oui, non, c'est bien. Tu sais, en fait, à ce niveau-là, la qualité des discours, seulement, tu as travaillé avec ton mentor? Non, tu as travaillé seul.
Si, elle m'a juste donné des suggestions sur l'introduction. Bon, parce que le problème, elle voulait que je me décrive un peu ma date de naissance, ma famille. Bon.
Non, pas tellement la date de naissance.
Moi, je ne voulais pas être trop personnel. C'est pourquoi quand même j'ai ajouté mon âge. J'ai dit que j'ai 38.
Ah, d'accord. Moi, je n'aurais pas ajouté peut-être l'âge. J'allais ajouter, je suis d'une famille de... Et puis, j'ai un petit truc sur toi.
Ok.
Tu vois? Donc, moi, j'ai fait la même chose parce que je n'aime pas trop faire les choses personnelles.
Voilà.
Mon deuxième truc a été un peu plus... Mais un aspect, juste un aspect. Mais il faut qu'on te connaisse un peu dans les trucs. C'est pareil pour Yves, mais j'ai pas... Comme ça prenait un peu de temps, j'ai coupé et puis je vais lui faire le reste en off. Et puis aussi, quand tu fais le discours, il faut te lever.
Oui.
Tu dois bien gérer ta caméra, mais tu te lèves. En ce moment, tes gestes sont beaucoup